Hey guys, Bearded Movie Buff here, back with another video for you to enjoy on my YouTube channel. Today, you guys, we're going to discuss some key elements in the Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker trailer. This isn't necessarily an exact trailer breakdown video, it's more so just me discussing things that I wanted to either talk about, connect, or just simply mention. So yeah, let's get started, guys. In the very beginning of this trailer, it starts off with us hearing Rey panting, out of breath, trying to catch her breath, which is an interesting note because every single Star Wars trailer so far, Episode 7, 8, and 9, has started off this way. In Episode 7, the trailer starts off with Finn waking up in the desert, panicking, trying to catch his breath, looking around. And the trailer for Episode 8 starts off with Rey, training, with Luke. Her hands are on the ground, surrounded by those little pebbles. She's gasping for air, panting, so it's a very interesting reoccurring theme and thing that keeps happening in these trailers, starting these trailers off with people that are out of breath and exhausted. As we can see, as we continue on in the trailer, she is seemingly in the desert. Now, I don't think this is Tatooine, and I don't think this is Jakku. This looks and feels like it might be Jeddah, which, correct me, if my pronunciation is incorrect, but Jeddah was the desert planet that we were introduced to in Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Now, I say this because we can clearly see Rey's lightsaber, or Luke's lightsaber, or Anakin's lightsaber, has obviously been mended back together. It's been fixed. It's like new. Now, what better place, if you know Star Wars lore, than Jeddah to get your lightsaber fixed? Jeddah, as some of you know, is where you can obtain the crystals for your lightsaber. And so if you can obtain, the lightsaber crystals, then why not get your lightsaber fixed there as well? So I have a feeling she is on Jeddah, and I think that would make a very neat kind of a tie-in with Rogue One. Yet another Star Wars movie featuring the planet Jeddah. Again, I apologize if I'm butchering the pronunciation of that planet, but you know what I'm talking about. At one point in the trailer, we see who we presume is Leia, most likely is Leia, holding a medal. Now, this is one of the medals that was given to either Luke or Han at the award ceremony towards the end of Episode 4, A New Hope. Now, we don't know for sure if this is Luke's medal or if it's Han's medal. Both of those characters have unfortunately left us, and honestly, I don't really think it matters whose medal it is, but I think we all can assume, just due to the connection and ties, that the medal she is holding is most likely Han Solo's. Now, this may or may not happen in the movie, but I feel like it would be an awesome thing if she were to give Han's medal to Chewie. Chewie, as we all know, got ripped off in Episode 4 and did not receive a medal despite his, contribution to the final battle. So he got ripped off, so I feel like it would be really nice if Leia were, to give Chewie Han's medal. And if you're going to get a medal, whose medal better to receive than your best friend's medal? Am I right? I think that would be so great, and it would be a great fan service for all of us to finally see Chewie receive his medal. Another thing I liked, obviously, which I think a lot of people liked, was seeing Lando back in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon. Always cool to see him. Billy D. Williams is a great actor, and the character of Lando is just such a cool guy. He's so smooth. I mean, he's great. He's awesome. One thing I would like to point out on the note of Lando is that when we see him in this new Episode 9 trailer in the cockpit, he is wearing a yellow shirt, much like the yellow shirt that we have seen him wear in Solo, a Star Wars story movie. Very slight, nitpicky detail, not in a bad way, but just something that I noticed. Another thing I noticed was we see a glimpse of Kylo Ren repairing his mask. Now, obviously, it might not be Kylo Ren actually doing the repairs, could be somebody else, but the fact is, Kylo's mask is being repaired, and we already know this thanks to the poster leak that we had not too long ago. He was front and center of the poster, and he was wearing his mask. Now, I think this is pretty neat because Rian Johnson in Episode 8 destroyed Luke's lightsaber and destroyed Kylo Ren's mask. And he also destroyed Star Wars, but we'll get to that later. So I think it's neat and very, it's just a great thing for JJ to do by repairing all these things. It's like, he repaired the lightsaber, clearly. He repaired Kylo's mask. It's like JJ is coming over here and taking the helm again and fixing all the mistakes that Rian Johnson has made. Now, who knows? He might not fix all of them. There's quite a bit of mistakes. But it already seems like he is trying to course correct Star Wars and bring things back to where they should be. There was another point in the trailer where we see what looks like a battle scene going on. You had stormtroopers and Kylo Ren fighting in a forest. Now, this forest was either red or it had red, like, fog blowing around. I mean, there was, best way to describe it, a red forest. Now, as we all know, if you follow J.J. Abrams' work, he is no stranger to battle scenes in forests, nor is he a stranger to red forests. Now, I say this because if you take a look at the intro of his Star Trek movie Into Darkness, it starts off with Captain Kirk and Bones running through a red forest. The trees are red, the environment's all red. So that was just kind of it. For me, it felt like a little callback to Into Darkness, seeing all the red in that wooded forest that the battle is taking place in during the trailer. Now, another thing on that same note is take a look at the outfits Bones and Captain Kirk are wearing in Into Darkness and compare them to Kylo Ren's outfit from at least Episode 7. They are essentially the same thing. They have the same look, they have the same style, the large hood, the ridges on the arms, the cloak. I mean, it's very similar. So clearly JJ is, he likes his comfort zones. I have two other points I'd like to bring up before I end this video. But one of the things I wanted to mention was the Death Star. Obviously, we saw remains of a past Death Star kind of floating in the water or surrounded by an ocean. Now, I'm not sure if it was from the first Death Star or the second Death Star. It really doesn't matter at this point. It's really all about the imagery, the visual, and what it means. The imagery of a fallen empire, the imagery of potential hope, which was something the last Star Wars movie, Episode 8, was lacking. There was no hope in that movie at all. So to see, a fallen remain of what was once a threat brings us hope, and it's a great image of not only just the past for nostalgic reasons, but it's just a great image of, what, this was a difficulty, but people got through it. Here's the proof. So I thought that was a great shot, great idea. And another thing, the last thing I wanted to talk about was, of course, Palpatine. At the end of the trailer, we hear his cackle, his laugh, that famous laugh that we've heard many times, which obviously implies that he will be in this movie. And I believe it's been circling online this morning that JJ obviously has confirmed that he will, in fact, be in this movie. That's clearly, evident. But as exciting as that is, I will say it's not that surprising. Now, if you follow Star Wars books or Star Wars lore in general, you know that Palpatine has had clones of himself before in some storylines. And obviously, recently we saw the trailer for Star Wars Battlefront 2 where they showed us either a clone or a robot version of Palpatine. It could have been, I haven't played the game, but it could have been kind of like a Darth Maul situation where if he had lost a limb, it was replaced with a robotic limb or whatnot. But the image of Palpatine we see in the Battlefront 2 trailer is of him kind of like in a red outfit, either a robe or, some type of, it's just a red outfit. And his head was encased in some type of bubble or a helmet. So clearly the idea of Palpatine returning is not something new, but it's, Still very exciting. Anyways, you guys, this is going to be it for the video. I know this wasn't necessarily a full, complete trailer breakdown. It's just me kind of rambling and talking about things that I enjoyed or wanted to connect or simply talk about within the trailer, that I saw within the trailer. So I hope you guys like this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this channel. Would love to have you as subscribers. Leave a comment down below in the comment section, guys. Let's talk about these things I brought up, or talk about things I may have missed or didn't bring up that you guys want to talk about. Yeah, you guys, I would love to know your opinions on these things and your opinion on the Star Wars trailer in general. Thanks for checking out this video, guys. I will see you next time.